as you guys can tell with the Shakespeare rod and reel, with how it's set up and all that, this thing is roughly 8 feet in length, probably 7, yeah, more like 8. But yet I got a giant swim bait on it that I'm going to mostly be using for like salt water and all that. So yeah, be ready whenever I set that out there, because yet I'm going to try getting some of these big fishing videos out there to you guys. As I said a million times over, and yet I haven't gotten around to it, but yet I'm trying to come up with ways to where I can do it. So yeah, now I'm going to move on to the contender rod I got, so I'm going to show you guys. Now this, if you guys haven't seen in my Saltwater 101 video, here's the contender reel. The rod alone is pretty huge. I don't even think I'll be able to get this. I'm going to try seeing if I'm able to get the height then. And I think I got it. But this rod is roughly 9 feet tall. I've got a new, as you guys would look at it and tell, you guys would think it's like the same setup as my Tiger and my Bite Force. But I've had this contender for quite some time. And I happen to come across ones that have a metal leader, a metal line as their leader. And yet this one's actually pretty good. Here's the bobber itself, a little bit bigger than the average ones on like my Tiger and my Bite Force. And yet these ones are solid. They're not like the ones that have like a split right down the middle of them. But yet what I got on this contender rod is roughly a 50-pound test line mono. And yet the big difference between mono and braid is that it's simple. It's actually pretty simple, because braid, it takes a whole new meaning of holding on by a thread. Mono is just literally like fiberglass. Either that or plastic, if I want to put it like that. And this one, the contender has been with me for quite some time, just like my Tiger has, and my little spin cast reel. But that's the whole thing on concluding all my fishing poles I got. So yeah, now time to move on to that tackle box I was telling you guys about. Go ahead and give me a quick second and I'll be over there. Give me like a few more seconds, because this is going to take forever, apparently. And here it is. This is the Ozark Trail. This is the Ozark Trail bag. I've had this for roughly a week now, probably like a little bit more. I got this at Walmart for roughly 21 bucks. They might be marked down like a little bit lower now. But yet that's the whole thing. As I said, fishing on a budget. This thing already comes preset and everything. Has all the pockets where you can add anything you want to it. And yet even inside this big box here, sorry for the shakiness everybody, I'm probably going to give you guys motion sickness. Right in here, it's basically already set. It comes with two tackle boxes. And even on this casing right down here is actually another storage box. So yeah, I'm going to open this up, pull out. Actually, I'm going to try showing you guys through here. Here's how it goes. With most fishermen, always carry a med kit with you. And you always carry like 1 or 2 pairs of pliers, because you don't know. And I always carry something to go and cut the line with. A little thing of toenail clippers. So I'm going to zip this up for now. Time to move on to another one. So yeah, let me bring you guys with me for a few seconds. Okay, what's up everybody? Right now, inside here, I have, here's the whole thing. Always carry like some gloves with you, like these ones I got. These ones were at Harbor Freight for like about maybe like $2 at least. And also I got a few other things that are able to be put in here. And this is also kind of common. Depending on what, always carry like one of these with you guys. They come in some of those packages and all that. And how I got my box set up, I got these little nasty little things in here too with it. So let's go and move the gloves to the side. And also with my braid and how tough it is, I always carry like a pair of utility scissors with it. Also I got some more braid in here. Like I got some 50-pound braid here. I got a little bit of leftover 30-pound braid in here. 20-pound, 50-pound mono, 20-pound mono too. Also 30-pound mono, and also I got another one of those leading ropes. So Give me a second, I'm going to get this zipped up, and I'm going to be right back to you guys. And I'm going to show you guys the new tackle I got. That way, each one of you guys are probably wondering what the heck is all this going to be good for. Most people always usually like carrying some, either more or some tackle with them, depending on how much they got with them. Like with me, I carry a good number of stuff with me. So yeah, let's go and move that out of the way of the camera. So yep, that's how we're gonna do it. It comes with 2 boxes already, and yet I happen to have a few boxes with me that I had previously. So let's go ahead and get into some of the new baits I got. As you guys, this is another jerk bait. This is a bluegill jerk. Can you guys see that? It's actually pretty good. It actually holds up. It actually holds up pretty good. As you guys already know, I got a few spinner baits with me. As you guys already know, I also got this one, as you guys have been seeing, I think, a handful of times, because that one's landed me a handful of fish. I got a new little buzz bait for the brackish waters out here, so yeah, I'm wondering how well that holds up. So yeah, that's going to be iffy. And I got one of these live target swim baits. I ain't gonna lie, this one's actually pretty cool. Me and a handful of other YouTubers out there, I can even name one that I'm actually a big fan of. His name is Zach Catch'em of Catch 'em All Fishing. Go check that guy out. He's a cool freaking dude. And yeah, his videos are 10 times better than mine, so yeah, I can already tell you guys that. So yeah, that concludes this box. Actually, wait, I don't think I've shown this one off. This is a propeller stick bait. And yeah, that's the whole thing about propeller baits, or propeller baits in general. They create enough vibration to just about wake up any type of fish out there. Because I've caught one fish off of that one in particular. Let's go ahead and see if forget you. Okay. If I can even close this thing back up. Crap. Okay, time to go into my other tackle box. Or at least one of my other ones. And yet I'll even talk to you guys while I'm trying to fix the weights in here. The whole thing is about this. I have this one set up with a few of my baits, with like a few of my setups that I'm going to be using for either drop shots or hook, line, and sinkers. I always call them hook, line, and sinker all the time. I don't even know why I do, when they usually got a name by now. But yet I always use drop shots every now and then. Okay, and for the rest of these, I'm going to start showing them off one by one. I've got this is a bluegill rattle trap. It's actually I don't even know why I always go for the bluegills. But this is one of the new ones I got. This one's actually pretty nice. It's got some decent size to it. It's barely the size of my hand. Now this is like a little brim, a little hard body swim bait, if I can ever speak it today. This is a hard body swim bait brim. This one's actually pretty nice. Each one of these I'm about to show you are part of the H2O series. At Academy, you can get them for about like 2 for $5 at least. So yeah, I'm gonna put these ones back. That way I'm able to show off the next ones without me getting hooked. That's right, I already got another. As I showed you that I had the popper on the one of them, the H2O poppers on the Abu Garcia. And as you guys know about this popper, originally I lost the original one, so yet I had to buy a brand new one. I can't remember which one this one's called, but I also, as you guys have been wondering in a couple of my videos, like, what the heck is this used for? Surprisingly, I don't even know what it's called anymore, because I'm still kind of confused on what the heck that thing is. And here's a little micro bait I happen to come into possession of. And yet, I'm wondering if this thing will even catch anything. I might put it on the telescopic rod to see. And yet, as you guys know, as I've been stating, I am also a big guy on treble hooks. And I happen to have come into the possession of a handful of these little things. And yet I have a handful of others, but yet I'm going to try concluding the video as fast as I can to where everybody can get on with their day instead of listening to me talk. Because I know everybody by now is probably tired of listening to me already. So yeah, let's go and move on. I've got a handful of these little things. This is actually a fluke. And yeah, I've been wanting to really try this one out, but I haven't really found much use for it. And I happen to have bartered with my little sister, as I've been telling you guys about, for one of these. She happened to have had two of these. One of them she's already got hooked up. The other one, not so much. So yet I managed to barter with her for one of those. And now I got a handful of other baits I'm going to try using more often. But yet I got one that I've used in the past. It's not an average type of lure, but yet I call these crocodile spoons. They're basically like a giant weight right here with treble hooks right there right here on the end. As you guys already know about those, I've already shown you off basically I call them the knockoff version of a crocodile spoon, mainly because of these. And yet, that's the whole thing. These ones do not come with enough weight, unlike that other one. Just two of these crocodile spoons, even with the treble hook, two of them equal up to one regular crocodile spoon. And with the baits I got in here, you guys have already seen the red worm already before. I got a few green lizards in here. I ain't gonna lie, these ones actually might do like a little bit better, so I'm gonna use them. I've even used a few of these odd lures for drop shots, and yet I might use them like a little bit more. Man, freaking bugs out here. Shoot. And yet with these, I'm going to be they call it the Mardi Gras lizard, mainly because of the colors for it. Almost exactly resembles Mardi Gras. And yet here comes the dinger again. And here comes one of those red speckled worms. So yeah, now to move on to the next batch of worms. Here's like a little red. Here comes like a little red and black, more like red worm. And yet here comes a bright red one right here. Each one of these have their part inside fishing, and yet they actually do pretty good. But yet I'm not really a big fan of them that much. But yet here comes the speckled red lizards. Mainly because as you look at them, they have like a glow to them with that has red in it. Yellowtail lizards, I haven't used these a whole lot, but yet I'm going to be using them like a whole lot more, mainly because of that. Now here are the Yeti crabs. These are like little small ones. They come. The one that we have came in a package. Comes in a package and everything of about, I think it was about 8 of these little things with like a tiny little rattle. You will stick it in here and yet it's supposed to rattle like noise, but I can barely even hear it. Okay, here comes more planes. Thanks. I'm gonna try getting this quick. A blue tail lizard, actually pretty nice. I've used that a handful of times. And as you guys remember from my spinner bait that I had, the makeshift one, here comes the part to it. I think it's out of distance now to where I'm able to speak. But as I've been telling you guys, the red lizards, these ones are actually pretty good. I actually like using them a whole lot more than others. But yeah, to talk about that other compartment that's on the big tackle box that I got, in the bottom compartment I got a box in there that has, I think it has my other pair of pliers in there. Then it's also got, down there it's also got a 6-pound tester line that I got that I've never used, but yet I'm probably going to in a few future videos. So, time for me to move on to the other box. Whoopsie. Now here, this is actually like an odd lure I've never seen before or tried. So yet I know how it's used now. It took me a good bit, but yet with it, you're able to dip it in just about anything, like those little baits I showed you, the little waxies and all that crap. You can dip it in there, it works out just as good. And yet it basically contains the smell and any parts of the waxies or whatever you dip it in. concealed right onto it, and even like these little spools right up here to where it gets snagged on them to where they don't move. Now these I've seen a handful of times. I can dip this in something and probably add like a weight on top of it, like a little bullet weight, and that should do good, but I've never tried those personally yet. But yet now I got a handful of these tiny little bobbers. I might use these for like micro fishing and all that. I don't know. But yeah, in the future I am going to try those. Also, I got another one kind of similar to it. Here's a better version of the Fluke where it has the tail and everything. And yet those I'm going to be using somewhat for like freshwater. Freshwater. But here comes the bobber I've most commonly used on that Tiger rod. This is one in better condition than the old one. That's the reason why I had to bring it in here. But here's a handful of other saltwater. Here's what I use for saltwater. This is mostly the box for it, but yeah, I've had to misplace a few of these things. These are saltwater spinnerbaits. Just like they have the same attachment on top, just like the spinnerbait that I've been using with like the watermelon jig on the bottom. So yeah, time to move on. I have this crazy little setup. If I can even get the, ow, fuck. Yeah, it's already me using my language, but that crap hurts. This has like a good foot or more leader on it. That way I'm able to hook it up like some line, and then basically, here's like the hook right here. I don't even know what this down here is supposed to resemble, but if I had to guess, like a blood jellyfish, I think. I don't know for sure. So yet I'm praying to God I do not end up hooking a turtle. And that's one thing I'm praying I do not do, so let's not even start talking about that now, because now that I'm saying that, I'm probably going to end up catching one. I know my luck. So yeah, I was going to wrap this back up. Nope. There goes that. And as you guys already know, this is already full of bobbers. That's the basic thing I'm going to say. Even the one that comes with a leader in it, the little Spider-Man ones. But then, I got this. A giant jerkbait. That's the reason. This is one that I originally had set up on my old surf rod. The big old Tiger one. But yet, I saw the giant swim bait, so I said I have to try this. Okay, now just to wrap up the video right here, I'm just going to be talking about saying that if you guys are ever looking for the merch, always go and comment down below, and I'll let you guys know. And yet, if you guys want to, you guys can find me on Facebook as Austin Page, with like a nickname of Gator on it. So yeah, always find me on Facebook. Talk to me whenever you want on either about the merch, about fishing, whatever. Or if you guys want to run into me to where we can go fishing. Doesn't matter to me. Because the whole thing is, for so many years, I've been sticking to myself a whole lot. But now, I'm trying to go and get out there to where I can go ahead and talk to everybody. Because yeah, throughout the years, nobody's paid me any attention. I just started doing this, so now I'm starting to get like a few people talking to me. But that's the whole thing. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else out there that will go like, do not talk to me, or all this other crap. I'm the one that's really going like, shoot, if you want to talk to me, come on, dude. Don't even be scared. I'm that type of person. I like the attention. And yet, I'm willing to always teach somebody how to fish. So, yeah, if you guys ever feel like it, let me know. Because, yeah, I'm always open for it. If you guys ever want me to teach you how to fish, go ahead. I'll enter some tutorial videos and all that. So, yeah, always let me know. Because, yeah, I haven't had much attention my whole life. This is like the main time I am. So you have to wrap it up because it is getting hot out here. So yeah, first thing I'm going to say, I'm going to say the exact same thing. Comment down below for if you guys want to see the merch and any color you guys want for it and size of your shirt that you need. And yet, that'll be the end of today. See you later, everybody. Have a good time. And remember, keep fishing.